Main question that I'm interested in is how does language work? And we know that humans have language, and we know that animals don't have the same language as we do. And now is a time when we also have artificial intelligence and deep learning models, and so they're performing really well. So you have this basically world of three entities: the human, we have language obviously, and we know it, and we've studied really well. And then the animals, which I'm really interested in as well, because they do not have the same language like humans, but they have many properties of human language, right? So they can, use language for things that are not immediately present. You have animal communication in the wild that uses symbols. So basically a connection between the form and meaning that is arbitrary, that has no connection, right? So you cannot, for example, infer that the word for red actually means the color red, right? So from the actual word, you cannot get the meaning. So that's the definition of a symbol. And animals, have been shown to be able to do symbols. They have been shown to be able to do basic combination, or like basic structure. Maybe they have basic compositionality. There's a study on vervet monkeys and other animal communication in the wild that is really, really interesting. And so the animals obviously have a lot of aspects of language, but none of the species, at least as far as we know, have the exact same language as we do, right? Not even our closest relatives, so to speak, bonobos and chimpanzees. And then now, as I mentioned, now we have this third player, which is artificial intelligence. And language there is doing pretty well. I mean, GPT-4, the largest LLMs, are handling language pretty well. Not only they're using it well, they're also, they can also analyze it and so on. And so I think one of the really basic and kind of far-fetching questions that I have is like, how does language work? What is unique? What is uniquely human about our language, right? So, in other words, like, what can emerge? Can language emerge in a non-human intelligence, right? So that's a really, really interesting question that we are now, trying to pursue. And then how, like, what elements of language do animals have, and how do their communication works? Because once you understand the communication system, you have a really good insight into a society of animals and stuff like that. And so those are all fascinating aspects. And I think, but the main kind of the main overarching question is like, what is uniquely human about our language, and how our language works, and how it emerges, or can it emerge automatically in an artificial neural computation. So if you just have artificial neurons, to see how it emerge. And so yeah, that's roughly why I'm studying all these three basically fields together as one.